All right, part two, back from the storage unit. Got the 4-banger over here in Richie's shop. Yeah, we got it all back together. Had the seat in there, and then as you can see, like I said, as we moved the strut back to lean it out to open the seat up, I got my coil mounted right there. So what we'll do is we'll just unbolt the coil and just move it down, drill a couple more holes. That way it'll give us some room to move this one. We'd be able to move that one. It's not going to go out real far. But what I did is I wedged a piece of 2x4 in there and spread it open about 1.5 inches or 2 inches. Probably more like 2 inches. And then now what I'll do is I'll propane with a flame, with the propane torch. I'll warm it up from here down. Get this stuff good and hot. I mean, we might even bubble some of this brush paint that we got on the outside here up a little bit. Get it good and hot so it'll soften up and the stress will come out of it. Because right now, I mean, it's fully under stress. You pop that 2x4 out and boing, she's going to come shooting right back together. What we want is to heat it up good and hot, relieve that stress, then let it cool on its own. It'll kind of stay there. When we pop the 2x4 out, it will pop back a little. That's why you always move it further than you want it to. It's kind of like bending a piece of chromoly, right? When you're going to roll round radiuses into chromoly, you kind of got to go a little further than you want because it's got a little spring to it. Chromoly has memory. That's why they build karts out of chromoly. It'll tweak and move and it'll come back. Whereas DOM or seamless or electro welded, standard steel is always gonna bend and after a while it's just gonna bend and stay there. So same principle. We'll warm it up and as you can see, it looks like, I don't know if that's from the molding process or what, but it looks like this side is pulled out a little further than this side. It's okay. We'll heat up one side before the other, and we'll watch it move. But again, like I said in the video from the storage unit, this seat, I'm not kidding you, folks, with the aluminum on there, on the back, headrest, everything, the piece of wood that's laminated in there to keep the headrest perch from flexing, from the seat flexing, all the metal we got laminated in here to mount it on and stuff, and it being cracked and repaired and stuff. That seat, man, we'll have to weigh it for you right on film, but I'm guessing that seat weighs every bit of 10 or 15 pounds at least. It's heavy. So we need to replace that seat anyway. We got to do something making it a much lighter weight item. And what we'll do is we'll end up using this seat as a mold for something new, and maybe we'll take it down to Chris at Michigan Fiberglass and we'll watch some resin infusion. It's a really cool process. You guys will dig it. But that's where I'm at right now. I got to run over to my house, get the propane torch, warm this thing up, get it good and hot, and then let it sit, and I'll come back tomorrow or whatever, and we'll deal with it. You see the mounts are going to be, instead of being level like the ones in the back, they're going to be on an angle, but these are also going to be moved out and they're going to be on an angle. So again, we just need to get through the day here in April coming up. Couple test runs, man. I mean, knock wood. If the carburetor works, we really only need the one run. May just go back out one more time just to yeehaw. If the track isn't in bad shape in turn 3. They got the new pavement there right from the back side of the jump through the S's and the bowl, so that'll be fun. And if not, if the carburetor don't work, we got two adjustments we can make to it internally, and then so we're looking at 1 run or 3 runs at the most, and we're done with this car either way. So you just got to be able to get into it and be comfortable. I could get in it, but it was literally measuring the width of my rear and the seat. I was 2 inches wider, almost 2 full inches wider than the seat. And when I got into it in Daytona, when we did the scaling over here at Rich's place, it was tight getting in. But once I got in and found the happy spot, it was okay. I gained at least 20 pounds since being home from Daytona. I got to stop holding this camera over here and try to hold it more out here, because when I do this, all this fat rolls up in here, makes me look a lot fatter than I am. I've been going to the gym, like I said, doing 4 miles or so, sometimes a little more, spending at least 2 hours on a treadmill, and that's working. That's really working. I've already lost. I'll be honest. I'll use honest numbers. I mean, we're all friends here, right? When I started going back over there, and when I tried to sit in this cart here, and I got it, and it hurt. It physically hurt. The seat was hurting me. I went home, got on a scale, 242. That's only 3 pounds from the heaviest I've ever been in my life at 245. So now, just the other day, I'm down 9 pounds in just one full count 7-day, and that's because I've walked and scooted along, run, whatever, on that treadmill at 3 to 4 miles an hour. I'm up over 20 miles now that I've done just in a week. So that's all it takes. I mean, I gotta keep going. Obviously, we need to drop a bunch of this weight off. We need to cut a bunch of weight off of this go-kart too, because it's just too heavy. So all this hopping up we're doing isn't going to do us any good if we're, 60, 70 pounds over minimum weight for the class. It's going to be hard for us to ever get to 420, me and the go-kart, after the race is over. We've never been able to get there anyway, but we have been able to get to 440. We've been able to get 438, 440, 442, something like that. So I got to be 175 pounds to do that. And when we went to Daytona in 2013, I was 179. So yeah, that's a ton of weight to lose, but I got till next December to do it. That's it from Rich's place. I'm going to go get the Propano torch. We're going to warm it up, heat it up, then we're going to bail on out of here. Took the day off from the gym today because my legs are killing me. So back on the old treadmill again tomorrow. Hang in there, y'all. Godspeed. God bless. We're praying for you. Pray for me. We need it too. It's going to get better, y'all. 9th of April. It's going to get better. God bless. Hang in there.